Hey guys, hope you're all doing well today. So it is now the 6th. It is Thursday. Actually, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's going into Friday the 7th. February is cruising right along. I feel like it's going a little quicker than January. So spring is right around the corner. From the sounds of it, the weather could be, like, we could be done with the really cold weather now. Like, once it hits like mid-February, they're saying like it could be warming up drastically. So who knows? I have a really weird feeling this side of my mouth. I bit my tongue earlier today, and I haven't done that in forever. And it feels like that side of the mouth just swelled up a little bit, or that side of the tongue. It's really weird. I don't like that. But I want to show, I'll probably put it on this side. I found two apps. The first app is the Pop Funko app. That app is awesome. It enabled me to go through my list of all the ones that I have, put them in order, as well as see prices for them, as well as making my wish list of all the ones that I would like to get, and seeing a price for those. And seeing the price of the ones that I want come out to like just under $30,000 just blew my mind. Like, apparently there's a lot of them. I don't think I'm gonna blow that much money on Pop Funko figures in my life. Right after doing the Pop Funko ones, I found this app for basically ordering my games or organizing them in the app and showing the prices for them, to give me more of a better view of what I'm looking at. I don't really care too much about the value behind my games, but it's fun to know, you know? So after getting all of them done, I have 572 video games as of right now. Just over 56% of them are physical. Just over half. I'm not really okay with that because the digital games are really easy to get. You can just turn on the console, download it, and you have it. I want to go through the extra work and getting the old school physical copies. I'm more of that kind of a guy. Going forward, I'm going to try and not buy digital games at all. No more PC games. That $50 challenge, that actually helped out really well because that was 8 games for $50. I could have done a little better, I feel, because Gauntlet was like a $10.99 game, and that could have been like 2 $5 games if I would have got something else. But moving forward, I kind of want to do that same mentality, looking for the deals, going bargain shopping, finding those games, and adding them to the collection. So I may or may not have fallen asleep last night on the couch while watching Home Improvement. So here's my outro and intro to the next day. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend so far. Something really cool happened today that I want to share with you. I wasn't expecting to get this this early, but I met up with my mechanic today, and he gave me his Commodore 64. That's the retro system that I mentioned before. I'm extremely happy to get this. Just to give you a little background on what the Commodore 64 is, for anyone who may not know, the Commodore 64 was a home computer system. It came out in 1982, I want to say around late summer, fall. I want to say it was around August, September, somewhere around there. But it dominated, absolutely killed the low end or low tier home computer sales. So much so that I want to say it holds a record in the Guinness Book of World Records, as well as at one point, I want to say there's like 10,000 commercial programs that were actually made for this, like software programs. It's huge. Like, that's unheard of, especially at that time. What's really cool is when you compare the price that it cost then with inflation now. Back then it was almost $600 for this keyboard. Nowadays, with inflation, you're looking at about $1,500 to $1,600. It did have a disk drive that came with it, but it also has this little slot right back here. That slot actually was for games that were made for it, or programs. I haven't really found any programs for it yet. But it was made for games that were specifically made for it. This one happens to be Mrs. Pac-Man, so I'm really eager to find out if this still works. Now, I remember using these bad boys in grade school, especially with our old Apple computers. This thing, or the disk drive that comes with it, runs on 5 1/4 floppies. This is awesome. This one just happens to be for Apollo 18. What's really cool, one of the floppy disks that came with it was for intro to programming, or there was one on there for typing, as well as money. Now, as far as the condition goes, it's actually not that bad. I'm just gonna go over it. It's got normal wear and tear that it's gonna have for being a system from like the early 80s. So I'm just gonna go over it with some alcohol, clean it, some soap and water. I'll take the cover off. This will be a small project for me. I'm not gonna be able to test it out anytime soon, just because I don't have the space right now to do that. I got work out here in the kitchen or dining room, and I'm currently organizing some of my office areas. So this is definitely gonna be something that I'll probably get to early spring. I'm just gonna turn on the fan real quick. This week was actually very productive, or weekend rather, was very productive just for the fact that I got to stream twice. I was really excited with that. I haven't streamed consecutively in quite a while, and I didn't really get into it before. Now I kind of got back into it, and I'm feeling really good about it. Other than that, not a whole lot going on this weekend. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Morning, guys. So as soon as I got up this morning, started doing laundry to get on top of that. Slept in a little bit, didn't get up until about 9 or 10. That felt really nice. But got up to basically like what mid-December should look like here in Wisconsin. Take a look at this. I really need to take down my decorations here, but yeah, look at that. We got snow. And it's still snowing. That's nuts. Apparently we're supposed to get anywhere from, I don't know, the way the map was looking, anywhere from like 2 to 8 inches, depending on what part of Wisconsin you're in. So I'm gonna keep it safe and say 2 to 8 inches. Right now we're looking at about 3 to 4. I'll be a little happier once it warms up a little bit, because I have a bunch of Christmas decorations that I want to store out there, but I can only put half of them out there because the other half, I don't know, I just really don't feel comfortable putting them out there when it's still really cold out, you know? That whole pile right there. Once I get that whole pile out, my living room will be spotless. All right, so I tried something a little different, and I actually like the outcome of it. My hair, I don't know if you could really see that, on the side, my hair is not really, it used to be curling a lot. It would look weird. I didn't like how it looked. And then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, why don't I just blend the sides? I don't know how to do that though. So I looked it up on YouTube. I found a really good tutorial for it, especially one that dealt with beards. And he said, especially with stuff like this, because if you let it grow out, it's just gonna look wild and untamed. So I followed his directions, and it actually worked out really well. I started off with a 9mm guard, and I eventually worked my way down to a, I wanna say it was a 4. But he actually had a really good tip, is that take the guard off of the trimmer and go up against where you're gonna be cutting, and you'll actually be able to see how much is going to be cut off. So it actually worked out really well, and I really like the outcome of it. This looks, it looks like it blends into the beard. Yeah, I really like that. Holy cow. I learned something today. Woo! So not as much laundry as I needed to do today. I only did like 3 loads, and it worked out just fine. One thing I want to figure out how to wash though is this thing. It's a mat that I got in front of the shower so that you could step out and you're not getting water all over the floor. How do you wash something like that? Where's Martha Stewart when you need her? Got a lot done today as far as like cleaning and whatnot. Wore myself out, so I'm gonna enjoy some relaxation on the couch, watch some Home Improvement, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm just waiting for my heater to kick in, and it's powering up. But I will see you guys tomorrow. So the past couple days have been a little hectic. I haven't been getting home until about 6:30, a little after 6:30. Tuesday was definitely around 7 o'clock. Update on the car. Man, was that pricey. I ended up having to dish out close to $1,000 for the car, which I was definitely not expecting. I knew I needed new tires. That was right around the corner. But the whole thing with Subaru is that they wouldn't cover it because it wasn't under their tolerance level for lower ball joints. There wasn't enough movement for them to qualify them under the bumper-to-bumper warranty and have them replace it. I mean, as far as I know, my alignment on my car was just fine. I wasn't having any problems with that. So the fact that my tires were still getting worn out, I mean, there's obviously something going on there. So I ended up having my ball joints replaced as well as the tires. I'm just doing a little bit of planning right now for some of the other art projects that I had leading up to now. Like my Magic Band box that I wanted to get, that display case. I want to get the foam for inside of that. I want to work on the Commodore 64. I have some other side projects to do for this place. But I want to work on those stuff come probably spring, just because I want to be able to have the door open, especially when I'm painting. It's just nice spring projects just to keep me going. But I'm just working on some stuff now while it is snowing. We're getting like 1 to 3 inches. But I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm just working on some stuff for the channel, for streaming, because I'm going to be doing that this weekend as well. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, and peace out.